Hello! Hello, everyone. I'm Esh, and I'm about to really talk real words. Real nice. Real hair. On this episode of Real Talk, I want to really talk to you guys about a few things that have been happening in my life. Thanks for being here. I am Esh. This is Real Talk with Esh. I think I said some of that, but just in case you missed it, that's who I am, and that's what this is. This is like episode 3 or 4. I was going to do more of this more often, but I didn't. So, I don't have like a theme or anything. I think last time we did it was like the 2015 year-end thing. That's how long it's been since I've done one. And I'm really feeling bad about it now that I've said it in that context. It was the 2015 top games of that year thing, right at the beginning of 2016, I think. Well, I don't have a theme or anything right now, but I just want to talk about some stuff, because I figured it's been a while. So we're going to talk about some things, really. The first thing I would like to really cover, real talking about it, is Divinity Original Sin 2. I watched like a 5.5 hour video of some streamers doing it, / YouTubers playing it together in a 4-player co-op. If you'll recall, in the last game, you could do co-op with 2 people, and of course, it was built around that idea, and like it's more fun with that person, with that second person. But you could play it alone. It was still an amazing RPG. It was made my top list actually that I just told you about it. It wasn't even released in 2015, but the extended edition was, and that made the list. That's how much I really loved the first one. Divinity Original Sin 2 sort of gears it up to 4 people playing, and it looks so good because the inner working between the characters and that you can like sort of screw people over and talk to people in secret and stuff like that. It really looks dope as hell. And even though I don't like at least 1/4, and I'm iffy on like 2 of the others, people in this certain gameplay that I am. There's a bunch of people streaming it now, so you're bound to see a lot of VODs go up about, the popular kids playing together. I still found it really good once they stopped being shit at the beginning of the video. It's such a hard thing to recommend videos like that. Like, I posted it in Discord, and I don't feel like many people watched it because, like, the first, 30 minutes is just them screaming into the mic. It's like, I know you're streaming for a live audience, so the experience is totally different for people watching it after the fact, but fucking give me a break, dude. Like, get your shit together, okay? You're making so much money. Meanwhile, us poor people, we're not. We're looking at you, and it's like, can't you please stop screaming into the mic at the same time? But at any rate, okay, I'm just going to stop. But after that happens, like, it gets going and they start learning the game and getting really invested in it, and it just looks so much fun, and I can't wait to play it. And I don't have it yet. I don't know if I'm going to get into early access or not, or if I'm going to wait. I've been really tempted to buy it, even though I shouldn't yet. But it looks amazing, and I think you guys should check it out. And I would love to, try to find some people to get together, like 3 other people, and do a 4-person playthrough of the entire game, like on stream or something. That'd be pretty quick. That'd be pretty cool. That's all I really got. Divinity Original Sin 2, it was kickstarted. Like, the first one was kickstarted successfully, and it became a hit. Sort of out of nowhere, I guess. It was fully Kickstarter. That's the funding it had. And this one, they went back to Kickstarter and got funded again. And it looks amazing. It looks really good. I can't wait to play it. I really can't. The next thing I want to say, and this may cause some chafing betwixt thine thighs for some people. Some emotional chafing, perhaps. Maybe some mental chafing. Nobody likes to chafe. I understand that, but I'm just going to come out and say it, okay? Everyone play it Overwatch, okay? All the Call of Duty kids, all right? All the CS:GO teenagers, all the people who watch the old YouTube videos of highlights and stuff like that. people playing guitar into Call of Duty games and stuff. I'm talking to you specifically. Rainbow Six Siege is the best competitive shooter out. Even after the release and success of Overwatch, even after the continued success, though some say it's falling off, of Counter-Strike Go, even after all of that, it's still the best, okay? This is coming from someone who loves, like, every shooter, okay? I played thousands of hours of the Counter-Strike series, including Go. I played quite a bit of Overwatch when it launched for a couple months, probably. I loved it. I even said it was one of the best games of the year. So still probably would put it on that list. Look out for the 2016, because that'll probably be the next one I fucking release, to be honest. Look out for January. Here comes Real Talk 4. Rainbow Six Siege it's not even close. It's so good. It falls into one of those games, and I think it's growing in popularity now, but it falls into the category, the tragic category, of games that should be more popular than they are. Like, a lot of the games that are popular shouldn't be. I think we can all agree. Not all of us. Many of us would agree that certain games that are super popular should not be super popular. Should just be, another game. They're not good enough to deserve that. And then there's other games. Rainbow Six is obviously one to me. Like other games like Vermintide and stuff that comes to mind. I feel like that should have been more big, a much more bigger. At least at the first. Like, I remember seeing like a few streamers streaming it when it first came out, but in like a week it was dead. Like, nobody else was playing it. And it was such a great sort of horde game. You'd think that people would be into that, but no. It just didn't. It fell flat. At any rate, Rainbow Six Siege, you should try it out. Now, the problem with it is that it's $60 or something. It's probably still about $60 to get the game. And for like I want to say it was a month, but it might have been a shorter period of time. For some reason, Ubisoft decided to put out a starter edition of the game. It was $15, so it was more competitive with like Counter-Strike, price-wise. It was $15. The only downside compared to the $60 version is that you earn the renown slower, I believe. You may earn the XP slower, I'm not sure. Renown is what you use to buy the operators, which are like the heroes, but they're operators in this game. All that was sort of slower for you. So you couldn't unlock them faster, but you started with the rookies, which is sort of like the non-operator operators that you have to start off with when you don't have any unlocked. But you also get 2 random operators from a certain pool, and for $15. And then, of course, you also have the season pass, which is like $30, and you get all the operators unlocked, including the ones that will be released up until the end of the year. And I was like, yeah, it's a really good idea, and it seemed to really insert a lot of life into the game. Like, the numbers went up. They said they say they have the most concurrent players. They've had even more so than when they launched at this point. And I have to say that probably helped. And then I thought it was like a permanent thing. But no, it was like a very short time period which they offered the starter edition. And I'm like, what is the point, Ubisoft? Did you wear a latex glove before you finger banged my hopes and dreams? I feel like I've been lubricated against my will with this shit. Oh, it's so aggravating. What was the point? I guess they're just going to, like, every time they feel like the player base is getting stale, they're just going to have this starter edition pop up or something? That seems like the only logical thing that they could be thinking. I don't understand why they wouldn't just permanently put it out there, because I feel like it's such a great game that whenever you buy the $15 edition, you're almost definitely going to buy the $30 season pass. Like, I've never bought a season pass before in my life. For the most part, I think they're just an absolute ream. Like, just thinking about it, I can feel something inside of my butt, even though I know there's nothing in my butt. It's a phantom object in my butt, and I'm being fucked by this ghost of the future. Like, all the season passes are terrible. Like, they're for DLCs and shit that they should have put in the game to begin with. They're, like, too expensive for what you get. I don't think they're worth it. I think they're asking you to usually to invest in a future that you have no idea if it's going to be, like, you barely know at that point whenever they're asking you to initially buy these season passes if the core game is even going to be good, usually. At any rate, I bought the season pass. I've never bought any other season passes, and I may never buy another season pass, but I bought it about I bought it like a month ago. I bought it really late, so I'm not getting as much out of it as many people who bought it whenever it was still early on, and I still feel like it was hugely worth it. And I feel like that's would happen with a great many people if someone who's generally against things like season passes and stuff like that, as a consumer, and I bought it, then think of all the people who would buy it also if you just gave them a $15 game. I bought the $60 game for some reason. I just like the concept so much that I splurged on it, and then now, months and months later, I've been playing it more and more. I always go back to it. It's a great game. Why don't you just do it, okay? For all you Call of Duty players out there, for all of you CSGO players, first of all, Call of Duty players, there's so much roaming in it now. You can run around and do all the quick scoping you could ever want, your tiny little cold dead hearts could ever want. It's right there at your fingertips. Your little finger. For some reason, I feel like all Call of Duty players don't have fingerprints because they're soulless husks of a human being and don't deserve them. Don't deserve an identity. Okay? But it's there. That gameplay style is coming into the meta. Okay? Now is the time. Maybe it'll leave later, but by that time you'll be so in love with the game you can learn how to play a more tactical style. And then, of course, for all you Counter-Strike players out there, okay? You could put stuff on your guns. You can make them look like a tiger. I'm telling you, it's got everything you could want, except for betting. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a huge betting scene for Rainbow Six. I'm sorry about that. Let's move on. I could talk about it all day. It's a great game. It's tactical. It's got a great pace, even with the roamers. The gunplay feels so great. It reminds me of the old school Rainbow Sixes with a lot of modern stuff added to it. Everything about the game is great. And if you don't like it, I have a recommendation, an alternative to Rainbow Six Siege. If you don't like Rainbow Six Siege, I have an alternative, okay? So, I don't know if you're familiar with time travel, but this next choice, the alternative choice to Rainbow Six Siege, it does involve time travel, okay? I want you to attempt to build a time machine and go back in time, and I want you to abort yourself because you have bad taste. Now moving on to Legion. World of Warcraft Legion. Oh, I've been playing a lot of it. Okay? Been playing too much of it. Too much of it. I think it's plain. It's a plain and simple. I can't say how much exactly because it's been a blur, okay? It's been a bit of a blur. I've been playing it nonstop on my stream. It's all I've played since before the Legion even came out. I was doing the invasions and stuff, getting my characters ready. I did not think there's moments in everybody's World of Warcraft career, okay, where they're like they unsubscribe at that point. It's like a month after this sort of unsubscription. Maybe they left just because they're bored. Maybe they left because they couldn't afford it or something like that. And they say to themselves, somebody brings it up maybe, and they say, yeah, I'm probably never going to play WoW again. And then they always do, don't they? They always do. I think I've said that numerous times throughout my life, and I've only missed one expansion where I was able to say, yeah, I don't want to play World of Warcraft, even when an expansion came out and sort of tried to lure me back in. Mr. Pandaria, I don't fucking want a panda. I don't like a panda. I don't like a sentient panda. I don't like a normal panda. And frankly, if pandas never existed in the entire world, I'd be fine with it. You know, if they don't want to fuck to make babies, then let them die out. What do we eat? They don't. You can't even eat them. They probably taste terrible. They probably taste so bad. And yet here we are, inseminating them. Shit. Come on. Let them fucking die out. And frankly, Blizzard, I'm offended that you made it happen in the game. But you know what? People liked it. The raids and stuff were apparently pretty good. Compared to Warlords of Draenor and the Cataclysm that came before it, it was probably a fantastic expansion, okay? But I wasn't into it, so I didn't play it. And then I came back for Warlords. I played a lot of Warlords, actually. I rated it for a bit and stuff like that. It was a good time, actually. And then I couldn't really afford it anymore, so I unsubscribed. I was just getting a little burnt out, so it wasn't a hard decision, of course. I could have probably sold some semen. Nobody wants it, okay? I'd try to offer semen to anyone. You guys want to buy my semen, just let me know. I've got so much. I've got some over here. It's just piling up on my desk at this point. That said, please buy the semen. I need the Tupperware that I'm keeping it in for leftover goulash and like hamburger helper and stuff, but I can't. I just have to throw the leftovers out because all of it is filled to the brim with semen. And I'm just like, please buy it. What am I doing if you're not going to buy this? Forget it, okay? Look, Legion's really good is what I'm trying to say. Let me talk about the things that are good, okay, about Legion. That are better in Legion than they have been in the last few expansions, probably since Wrath of the Lich King, okay? First of all, leveling experience from 100 to 110 is great. I felt involved in this, like, I felt like I wanted to know what was going on in the quest because they add just enough voice acting to make you you can sort of follow along in the story without and still partake in the constant clicking of accept to get through the quests and stuff. Like, you still probably won't end up reading a whole lot of quest text, but like they put voice acting in very strategic locations so you sort of know exactly what you're doing on most of this. And by the end of a zone, you're like, that was really satisfying. I can't wait to go to the next one. You go to the next one, it's the same thing. And then by the end, you probably hit 110 and you still have like half of a zone to go. And you're like, well, normally you just skip to the end game, right? And you're just like, okay, I need to start getting ready for raiding and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish this zone. And I think it's a sentiment, not to be confused with my semen, that I can't beg you enough to please. I accept PayPal. I'll send it right away. It's a common sentiment that people are loving the leveling experience. People that would normally rush through are taking their time. It's great. I'm a little worried that maybe because they're so intense that it could be a little bit, and maybe it seems like because it uses a scaling system where you can go to any of the zones, any of the 4 leveling zones that you want. So no matter if you go to one at 100, all the stuff in that zone is 100, and then when you level up to 101, all the stuff is 101, etc. And it lets you pick which of the 4 zones you want to go through every time, and then when you finish that one, and you go back and you pick the next one, okay? So sure, you can go with an alt and say, okay, I'm going to do this in a different order then. But I feel like they're so intense and story-driven that the story part is so important that once you sort of hear the story like a few times, it could be a bit of a bigger grind than it might have been if you were just sort of methodically going through these without any worry or any sort of context in what you're doing. In a weird way, I feel like it might be a detriment to that. But I don't agree. Yeah. So next thing is once you hit 110, it's always a question of, well, what do I do? What is there to do at the beginning of an expansion? Because obviously raids are not out. You're not getting the full dungeon experience usually. Even for the casual player, there's LFRs that are going to be out for a while. Do you really want to do mythics as a casual player, or are you just going to be doing dungeons? Like, what is there to do? Well, in Legion, there's a shit ton to do. Like, you're always like right in between Like, what do I do? And oh my God, there's too much. I can't. But it's in like a good way. You know? It's like when you inject too much heroin into your body. So there's World Quest, which is sort of like, it's exactly like Daily Quest, except not. It's like the same thing as Daily Quest. It's just delivered to you in a different manner. It's sort of like, yeah, I like heroin. Let's go back to heroin, okay? I like heroin, but I don't want to eat the heroin or drink the heroin. But if I inject the heroin, none of the worries about it tasting bad or bitter or whatever. It just goes, and also there's not the wait for digesting it, but if you just inject it into the, so it's all about the delivery, right? So you go into the game, and you probably want to get the add-on World Quest Tracker. It shows you all the world quests on your world map, and you can just select which ones you want to go to, and it marks it on your map, and you can pick your flight. It marks it on the flight path map, so you can just fly to the one that's closest to the little thing. It's fantastic, okay? You go around doing these missions around the world, and people are doing them with you. And if you're on a PvP server, it might get a little feisty, okay? Just today, I was over there in the Twilight Vineyards grinding some ancient mana, which is a currency, okay? And there's an area, it's a vineyard. It's the best place to grind this stuff out and find it. You can get a bunch of it in no time, okay? It's on the northern area of Suramar City, boys. There's videos about it. Go do it. It works. And a mage started to get fresh with me because he was so mad about me getting one of those flowers that has ancient mana in it. I was like, I grabbed the flower. I was thinking nothing of it, having a fantastic time getting ancient mana. And a mage walks up and is like, nah, dog, that flower was mine. And I'm going to show you with fireballs just how upset I am about it. And he started fucking flinging fireballs. But before I even recognize what's going on, I'm about like halfway down in my health. Okay? And I'm a warrior. So I don't have many ways to heal myself as a protection warrior. Oh, so a riveting battle ensued over this frickin' vineyard. And we're fighting. And once I get my rotation going, I can have all of my buffs up. I don't take a whole lot of damage, so I sustain. Okay? Me and this mage are going toe-to-toe on this vineyard area. There's moths flying around. We're aggroing the moths because we all have AoEs and shit. And I'm getting low on the old HP. He's got a little more health than I do at this point. So I kill one of the moths. I finish the moth off. It gives me victory rush or whatever the hell that is, okay? And that means I can use my one ability to heal myself on my next hit. So I use it, and bam, I got some health back. Strategic moth annihilation happened, and I was able to get some health. And then I go into my rotations again. I interrupt him on a fire ability, so he can't fireball me for a little bit. And then whenever I see him cast a new fireball, he's real low in health. Boom! Pop that cooldown, so all of the spells he shoots at me reflects back at him. He killed himself with a fireball. He killed himself with the fireball, boys. Oh, it was a fantastic feeling. I could feel my heart in my anus. Okay, I could feel my heart palpitating in my butthole. That's how much blood was pumping through my body at that point. It was fantastic, and I was just like, you know what? That felt real good, you know? And of course, all the expansions offer moments like that. But Legion is a great one, okay? I want to say. And this comes with the obviously stipulation that expansions you can't really, just in MMOs in general, but also expansions, in particular World of Warcraft expansions. Everyone loved Warlords of Draenor at first. I don't remember anyone loving Cataclysm, to be honest. You know, everyone loves the expansion at the beginning, but then it's like a couple months in, it's like, does the content keep going? Is it good still? That's what matters. So that's the obvious stipulation with this sort of reviews that you're going to watch and me saying things that are good. But, like, you don't have to subscribe. You get subscribe for 1 month and then be like, you know what? 4 weeks in, you know, you can rethink the choice and say, you know what, I'm either bored or I'm really still into this, and boom, put the $15 in. You know, live your life to the fullest, boys. Just live your life to the fullest. That's all I've really got to say. If you guys want to watch me play Legion, I'm playing a lot of it, and I'm probably going to, I don't want to play let me just say this about World of Warcraft, okay? The community is like many large games that have like sort of a competitive atmosphere, and I would say World of Warcraft falls into that sort of area of like games like League of Legends, Dota, Counter-Strike, all those kind of games that have like an esports scene. You're not going to get any views, okay? The people who are with you till the very end of their death, they'll be there, okay? But if you're streaming World of Warcraft or putting up World of Warcraft videos, no one's gonna watch them, okay? Unless you're like a big, you establish yourself early, okay? Or you can put in your title that you have like an insane item level that no one has. Just lie and say I got like an actual 1,000 item level, even though it's impossible to get. You might get views, okay? But otherwise, oh my God, it's dead zone, okay? But I'm having a great time, so if you want to watch me play it, come on over. I'll probably do it for... I want to do some rating stuff on the stream, and then I'll probably switch games after that. I don't want to become like a World of Warcraft streamer or anything. That's not my ambition. But speaking of my ambitions, let's talk about them a little bit. Let's talk about my ambitions. Let's talk about my ambitions. Let's talk about my ambitions a little bit. So I've been for a long time wanting to change up my YouTube channel because I don't have the time to dedicate to Let's Plays. Because the thing about Let's Plays is you want to build up steam with the Let's Play. Okay, it's like a continued thing. It's hard. It's sort of like a TV show in a way, because it's like from one episode to the next, you're sort of continuing a long like a story almost. Like people want to see your progression through this game, and unless you have a lot of time to just sit down and record that one game and have it come out like every week, it's just not gonna work. So I've been trying to think of ways that I can change up the content on my YouTube channel that's really gonna fit better with my schedule. Because like on the weekends, I don't want to do anything. Like I'm so drained by the weekend that I'm just like, oh, I don't want to like do anything. I don't want to record for YouTube. I don't want to edit. I don't want to like even spend time rendering because it takes up CPU and stuff that I could be using to play Rainbow Six or something. Because playing a game on stream is completely different. Like I recommend to everyone for like just a minute, like once or twice, just go and get OBS and try streaming. And don't just try streaming well, okay? Like talking nonstop and stuff like that, being entertaining. Even if no one's watching, you have to do that, because if someone pops in, you know, you get one viewer and you're just sitting there like this, and all they can hear is your clicking and your thing and your fucking zombie face, your dead eyes, your soulless dead eyes. They're gonna fucking get out of there. So you have to be like engaging with the ghosts of fucking Christmas past, so that if that one real person comes up, they're like, oh, he's talking, and then maybe they'll stay. That's how you get viewers initially, right? Am I doing this right? I don't know. Try it, because it's a totally different experience. Like I'm sure for a lot of people it comes naturally, and that's how they want to experience their games. Like most of all, that's how they find the most fun of them. But like for me, it's completely different experience playing by myself, or even with friends by myself, sort of without people watching. So like even if I was, say, I only had 4 people watching, and those same 4 people were the people I usually play games with, or my friends or something, it'd be different if we were just playing the game and there's not a camera facing you and stuff like that. It's different. But anyway, so I would recommend to everyone just so they understand what's happening whenever they're watching a streamer and the mindset they have to be in to be entertaining it for like hours on end. Do it for yourself so you understand, okay? And if you think, you know what, Ash is a little bitch, that's fine as well. Leave a comment below if you think I'm a little bitch. That's okay. So I've been thinking about what I'm going to do with the YouTube channel. Like I want to do more short form stuff. Obviously, maybe like reviews and stuff. I could do some reviews. I would like to play through. I always try to play through an entire game when I stream it. Okay, I want to play from the beginning to the end, and then once I'm at the end, even if it's a bad game, I want to try to play through it. It's like Technomancer was a mediocre game from start to finish, pretty much, but I played through the entire thing. And then there's all those games I used to play whenever we used to have Retro Tuesday. I played through Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, I don't remember if I played through any Final Fantasy games, but I feel like I don't know. I played through some, though. I played through all of them from beginning to end. Those games are a grind. Those old RPGs on the Nintendo and Super Nintendo are an incredible grind that gives you a headache almost every time I play it, okay? But I did it. I like to try to beat the game on stream. And then, since I'm already doing that sort of stuff, maybe I can do a review on the games I stream. Like a post-stream review for the channel. I used to do some reviews, and honestly, they were super popular compared to the rest of my videos. They had a lot, instantly more relevant and popular than my Let's Plays. So maybe I can go back to do some reviews, but I'd also like to do, I don't know, maybe some creative stuff, like some machinima type stuff, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about it. I've been working on a lot of art lately, so maybe I'll do some art streams. I don't know. I'm still sort of what's the word? I'm still like, I don't want people to watch me do art, okay? I don't want them to watch it, but maybe I'll do some art streams. Who knows? You can go check out my art on my Twitter, at EchPlays, or also my graphic design, at Moji GFX, which I'll put in the description below. That's my graphic design thing. If you need graphics, by the way, overlays for Twitch and stuff, you come to me. I'll put it. You like want a dick theme? Your fucking Twitch stream will be covered in flaccid and or erect penises in a stylish manner that says this guy is a professional. Trust me, okay? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. So those are my plans. I would love anybody's ideas on what sort of content they would like to see on the YouTube channel, since I'm trying to sort of brainstorm things that I can do that aren't like completely copying other people's ideas. I would love anyone's brainstorms. Leave them in the comments below. Again, I'm streaming every Monday through Friday at about 9 p.m. Central Standard Time until about 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Subject for change. Sometimes I don't stream because I got a headache or because I'm dead. Hopefully. But most times I do stream, okay? I try to be on time, my best. Sometimes I forget what time it is, and I'm like, wow, I haven't eaten. I need to eat before I stream. And I'm a little late, okay? But I'm trying my best. Anyway, so please, thanks for watching, everyone. This is a bit of a, I tried to go with like a more loose, less rigid sort of approach for this one. Normally I have like a huge page, like 2-page thing of like notes and stuff for a show that I want to do like this. This one I just had like a little bit of, what I wanted to talk about. So this is a little bit more rambly, but I think that's what this should be, honestly. So I'm going to end this one with a new feature called Secrets with Ash. And I'm going to tell you a secret about me. Recently, been battling anxiety about the possibility of losing my hair. I've got no clues as to if I will be losing my hair, but I have a cowlick. Is it a cowlick or a cowlick? I don't know. It's when your hair is like a certain area will just stick out like a son of a bitch. I've got a cowlick right here. That's where they tend to be, and it just like shoots up, and I have to like tame that beast. Easier said than done often, okay? I love my hair. I feel very fortunate that I haven't lost my hair, okay? I need to whisper more. It's just a secret. Okay? I don't have any gray hair yet. Knocking on woods. Knocking on those woods. I feel good about my hair, okay? But my cowlick of recently has been really dry and like strawy. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's dying and I'm going to have a bald spot back there. And let me just get in a little closer for you fellas. Come and listen. Okay? There's the myth going, there's myths, plural, going around that women don't mind it if you lose your hair, okay? They do mind it. You're going to be alone forever if you lose your hair. And size does matter. It's all a lie. It's a lie. Okay? Get that Rogaine going as soon as you see some hair loss. As soon as you see it thinning, pop some Rogaine on them. Okay? Look into surgery for your hair. Unless you want to settle for less or be alone for the rest of your life, you bald son of a bitch, get your shit together. Okay, that's Secrets with Edge for this week. Thanks again for everyone for watching. Stay tuned for new stuff. Be sure to watch the same. If you're worried that you're like, well, I love the Let's Play Eshes stuff. Well, don't worry, because that's pretty much exactly what I'm doing on Twitch. And the videos on demand are for even if you can't like attend the live showing of the Twitch streams, the videos on demand are up for like 2 weeks before they get deleted. So you have plenty of time to go over to my Twitch profile and watch the streams, okay? And now you can even see the chat as it was, like you travel back in time and experience it with all your best friends. Speaking of your best friends, if you want to chat with me and all the other people who love EchPlays, head to this Discord, the chat service. We're all talking about stuff. We're all memeing stuff. There's a link in the description already. Go over there and check it out. It's free. Twitch.tv/EchPlays is the place to be. We got emotes. You like an emote, don't you, you son of a bitch? You're a filthy emote lover. Anyway, take care of your hair, fellas, or die alone. Be very nice. Bye.